So have you ever been in a conversation with somebody that you would deem like really, really smart? So this could maybe be like an engineer or like a doctor, because doctors, especially from my understanding as a guy in a wheelchair, that the medical field, they and this will relate to the video. The medical field, they have terminology that they use that people in the medical field they might understand. But if you were to say that to like an everyday person, like, myself, someone that doesn't know anything about like being a doctor, I wouldn't be able to understand that. And so if I had a conversation with the doctor, that might overwhelm me, or maybe not overwhelm, but not me, but I would just be lost. I wouldn't really know what's going on. That conversation is what I'm saying is wouldn't be as enjoyable. So I'm going to teach you what you should do and or I maybe can do. And I'm also going to talk about my experience with this as well. What you can do to just make more like strangers like you from the start. Okay, because one of the things that I hope to teach people do is how to like, meet people, how to have better relationships, more relationships, and meeting strangers is something that everybody's going to have to do if they want to talk to more people. Now, it's important to understand that we are going to form opinions about somebody within like the first maybe couple seconds or like couple minutes of talking to somebody. I don't have like proof, like scientific factual data to know if it's like seconds or minutes, but I know dating Mitchell here, a girl can tell if she's going to sleep with you within like 3 seconds. So I would say you can look at somebody based on like their body language, and know like if you want to talk to them or not. So before I get into the video and talk about how we can get more people to like you using like your energy, or like I say energy, I don't really know a better word for it. If you do like what you see, guys, please give the video a thumbs up, man. Brand new channel, you would help promote this video into YouTube's algorithm. That way more people can see it, and I would really appreciate that. So I brought up that doctor and like engineer reference at the beginning of this video for a very specific reason. When you communicate with people, so before I started coaching like people, because this is my second channel, so I like if we look at like dating Mitchell, like my first helping men understand women, before I started coaching men around that and having better relationships, I made all my money as an advertiser. So copywriting, using words to help sell things is something that I'm very familiar with, and I had to understand how to write that. You would think, and I think men suffer from this more. We think that if we can show the person how smart we are by saying all these fancy terms and walking them through very elaborate processes, like if I'm going to show you how to make money, I'm going to walk you through all the intricate details that only I know, and I know you as a business owner definitely don't know. I think that's going to impress you. They're not going to fucking care. They're not going to know what's going on. They're not going to understand how you're going to make the money. I get you just walked me through this, but simplify this, dude. I don't know what the hell you're going to do. How is running ads for me going to make me money in the simplest way possible? So when you communicate with somebody, if you want them to like you, we need to make sure that they can understand you when you communicate. So I've also heard too that smarter people, smarter men have a harder time getting into relationships with women because of what I just explained right there, where they talk more about like logics, their accomplishments, their achievements, which that can be seen as seeking validation. But in this case, if you're talking about like your accomplishments, you might talk about like you might start using like fancy words when you describe what it is that you do for work. And it's those fancy words that we want to avoid when we're talking to somebody. Now, if you're having a conversation with somebody in the same field, you guys are already going to understand one another. So that would not be seen as fancy wording. I would think that you would want to talk to strangers like you're talking to a fifth grader. Just have a normal conversation, man. Say stupid things, use super easy words. Now, what I learned, what I'm going to teach you about recently, and this is where I'm also going to explain about my experience, because I have mixed feelings about this. But there's a book that I'm reading. It's like 92 different ways, while listening to it, 92 different ways to have better relationships or something like that. And one of the things that it says is when you like, and I think it's referencing a stranger. What I like about this book is every chapter it has like it talks about like stories, but like studies that are done to prove what it is she's teaching. So I can't reference the studies. The book probably can. Now, in here, it says, and I'm going to assume we're talking to strangers because I've only listened to this chapter, I think, like once. But if you go and approach somebody and you're in a really fucking good mood, you're like, you are so happy and you're talking a little fast and your energy is just through the roof, and you are just feeling so excited. And when you feel this excited, from my experience, being in a mood like this where you're so happy, you don't care what comes out of your mouth, you don't care if somebody likes you or not, that is the easiest time to go and meet people, because you don't even think about meeting somebody. You just go up and fucking say something to them. That's the easiest time. Now, if I'm getting all gassed up like I am right now, and I go to meet a stranger, and if I ask them a question and I show some excitement behind it, oh my God, hey, let me ask you a super fun question. I'll say something stupid like, if you could own a pet otter without any restrictions, would you do that? I love them so much. So if you say like that and they're like, I mean, yeah, I would probably own an otter. I mean, they seem like pretty cool. Now we have two people right now communicating in two different ways. One person is communicating in a very excited way. The other person is low key, nonchalant, very like slow paced. So if you were to continue communicating with this person in this very high end, excited way, that would come across as maybe like overwhelming to the person that you're trying to talk to. And now, if you have somebody that's very excited, and then you got somebody that is like nonchalant. Well, if somebody gives you like very boring responses, from my experience and from my understanding, it could be that they're just not interested in talking to you. They don't like you. Or depending on the question, there might not have been a way to answer it very like elaborately. But for the most part, when I talk to people, like girls especially, when I cold approach a girl and I talk to a girl, if I get like a very like, yeah, thank you, haha, no, something like that, I instantly know, okay, yeah, this ain't gonna go anywhere with this girl. This girl doesn't like me, moving on. And I'll disconnect. So what I'm saying is, this person is like nonchalant, this person's excited. This person might think, okay, this person's a little overwhelming. I don't really want to talk to them anymore because they're giving me anxiety. This person might be like, dude, this person's boring as fuck to talk to. Are you kidding me? I'm in such a great mood right now. I can literally talk to like a wall if I wanted to. And I asked this person a question and they only gave me like a 3-word response. What the hell, man? I don't want, this person's boring. That's what I mean. There could be two differences here. And this is where my experience comes in, because I personally, let me finish what this study showed, and then I'll go into my experiences. So what the book is referencing is, if this happens, if we're on two different frames, if we're the excited person, we want to mirror the nonchalant person. So we want to go from opening, okay, we can tell that they just responded in a very nonchalant way. If we want to continue talking to them, now we need to bring it down to their level. And then it could be like that the entire time. Or once they start getting more comfortable with you, then their personality might open up. I've seen this several times with girls that I've talked to, where they've been a little like hesitant and shy at first, but then once they started to get to know me, then their personality started coming out. Then they started talking to me more, and their personality. So that's what I'm saying, is the study says to bring it down a notch and then to equal them, and then they're going to like you more because you guys are going to be on the same playing field, for lack of better words. And then once they start getting comfortable with you, then their personality might get to be excited, and then you can just raise it. So the whole point of that is just to pick myself. I'm in a wheelchair, that's why I pick myself up. The whole point of that is to just mirror the person's energy. So I don't really know if they quoted this or not, but from my understanding, it's just so like we don't overwhelm them, or we're showing the person, like, hey, I get you, you're here, I'm going to bring it down a notch. Now, from my experience, okay, this is where the controversial part is for the video, because what I just taught you right there, not using big ass words and matching their energy, will get more strangers to form a positive impression of you. That I promise you. Now, from my experience, someone that talks to a lot of people, it doesn't matter your energy transfer. So if you're very excited, maybe this person is only nonchalant right now because they're just not in the best mood. But if you say something with genuine excitement, you're going to, and you say it like I said, with genuine excitement, they're going to feel that. And that's going to make them momentarily feel good. Even if they don't stay in a good mood. They're gonna feel like if you tell a girl a compliment and she might not give you the I like in the oh my god, thank you. I had one of those today at Target when I was just rolling around to some older woman. I immediately looked at her. I just blurted out, "Holy shit!" I was like, "You are so pretty," and then she gave me a very good response. Like even if they don't give you a good response like that, it's still going to make them feel good because they're going to feel how you like said it. Okay. That's what I mean by like energy transfers. I never knew how to, I have a video explaining that, but I don't really know what else to say other than your energy transfers. So from my experience, people are either going to like you or they're not going to like you. I don't believe I have ever had someone not like me because of how like friendly and approachable and easy to talk to I am. I can get some of the shyest people in the world to start talking. Girls, I mean, I could talk to a wall, like I said. I've been able to get people that claim they're shy, claim they're introverted, to open up to me and start talking to me. And I say, I just believe I'm easy to talk to because I'm a leader in conversations. I can just ask a bunch of questions. And again, like if I'm my body language, and I'm very nonchalant, I'm approachable. I don't get perceived as like a threat. I smile a lot, and I show the person I'm interested in them because I ask them. I know we're getting off topic here, but that's what I'm saying is like I've never had someone not like me just because I've been like happy when I went up and talked to them. And if I haven't been aware of it because I didn't know what I know now. But even then, from my experience, remember how I said this person's going to think this person's boring, this person's going to think this person's just overwhelming. I personally, if I'm talking to somebody that I just met and they're in like a very boring, bland mood, or they're really difficult to talk to for the most part, that's just really not somebody that I personally want to be around. I don't like talking to other people that can't reciprocate the same level of like enthusiasm to talk to me. It's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. So if you're somebody that doesn't mind that, like if you're somebody that likes people that doesn't talk a lot, that might be fine for you. But I'm somebody where if I talk to you, I want to be able to have a conversation with you. I want to be able to ask you a question, and I want you to just open up and just start talking to me. I've met so many people like that, and because like if I ask you a question and you start talking to me and we just start talking, that's the conversation's flowing. That tells me that you're not like barring me from getting to know you, like asking you personal questions and like having a good time, and whether like being a friend, an acquaintance, or like a potential romantic interest, you're not stopping me. So I personally don't believe I've ever, like I said, I wasn't aware of this until now. So it's very possible that I have. But when I go and meet somebody, I know right away, regardless of what's going to happen, if I'm going to talk to them again or not. I can just tell based because I've had so many different interactions. However, the one thing I will say, even if you don't consciously pay attention to someone's tone, because that is going to take some conscious that's going to take some conscious awareness to pick up on how that person's going to talk or how that person is talking. I think women will have a much easier time with that because women are just better communicators in general than men are. However, what I will say is, in order to make sure that you two stay on the same level as far as conversational understanding goes, do not use big ass, fancy, smart sounding words. Talk to somebody like you're talking to a fifth grader. That way you both know you understand one another, and your ability to ask questions and get to know them is going to determine where that conversation is going to go from there. But that's going to be the video on how to get more like strangers to like you. And again, those two things: match their energy if you can. If you notice if you're in a good mood and they're not, if you notice that, if you pick up on it, bring it down a notch if you can, and then just wait to see what they do, and then make sure you keep conversations like I said, talking to a fifth grader, man. So, hey, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And, hey, if you're trying to improve your social skills, just get more confidence, have more and better relationships with people in general, check this video out right here. If you like this one, man, you're really going to like that one as well. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.